Corey Abbas.
Yep. We'll get started with Terry Davis.
How you doing, Coach? Congrats on the win.
Thanks, Terry.
Hey, they were able to get down here for the first three quarters. What do you do different in the fourth quarter to slow them down?
Yeah, I mean, give them a lot of credit. I mean, they had a lot of guys play well. Obviously, Edwards with a phenomenal game, unbelievable game. Towns, Russell. We adjusted a couple of matchups, our coverages. We just tried to stay in front of them a little bit more. We switched a little bit more. They were getting downhill, and they were also hitting some threes off of some separation. So I thought our guys did a great job. I mean, this was a high-level basketball game. Got a little sideways there in that third quarter. We were able to regroup and battle to take a lead in the fourth quarter. And as they were making runs, we were trying to build a lead, them making runs. Our guys just stuck with it. Great communication, great execution on the defensive end. We did just enough offensively and just enough defensively to come out with a victory.
Sean Coleman.
Coach, congrats on the victory. Yesterday, obviously, Ja Morant came out and said that he felt he was a top 5 point guard in the league. Tonight, he certainly looked like it. Just as he continued to show you his ability to be able to, when he translates from amplifying his teammates to taking over games, is that ability at his young age what separates him from other stars in this game?
I think he's a special, player, and he's got a lot of room to grow, and I know he's excited about the road ahead and the goals he has, not just for himself, but especially for the team. And when he comes out and performs like that, it obviously elevates the team. And, we expect a lot out of him. And I know he expects a lot of himself. So tonight was a special night from him. Great bounce back, performance on the road in a big time, game for us. Big victory for us. We needed every one of his minutes. And I thought the decision making he had, some loose balls, diving on the floor late in games, he's putting on the line. All of our guys are understanding. We talk a lot about winning basketball, and it's not just putting the points on the board, it's making the right reads, the right plays. He did it tonight. All of our guys did it tonight. We just got to keep building on this moving forward.
Megan Triplett.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. You said after the last game that Desmond Bane, that you thought this was the best game of his night. Now, after tonight, where do you put this as Desmond Bane's performance?
Yeah, another great performance by him. I'll wait till the season's over, long into the summer, and we can look back and look at all of his games. But this is just another great individual performance by him, winning basketball, winning plays, big shots in the fourth quarter, no hesitation, confident. Had some great drives throughout the game, just taking what the defense gave us. We made a big emphasis on getting downhill and getting to the paint, scoring over 70 points. He was a contributor in that area, and then taking on some different defensive assignments tonight, guarding bigs, guarding wings, guarding guards. I thought he did a really, good job there. That's an area that we're always constantly pushing him, and he's getting better defensively, and I thought he had a really good performance there as well.
Parker Fleming.
Hey, Coach. Seems like we've seen an example of this all season long, where if a player's number isn't called one night, they'll respond in their first game back. We've seen it with X, Grayson, Melton, and we saw it tonight with Clark. Is that just like that time to just kind of sit there and observe and reflect, or is it just within the team's mantra of staying ready?
Yeah, it's just the team's mantra of staying ready. Obviously, anytime a guy's been, taken out of the rotation, one of the lines I always use is stay ready, but you got to keep putting in the work. And the last couple of days, BC's been putting in the work, play groups, individual vitamins, always staying hungry to go out there and stay ready. And when his number was called, came out and played great. Some good finishes, drives, some rebounds. We needed his athleticism out there. That's just something that we talk about in our team. When you're out, your number's going to get called at some point. Are you doing everything necessary to stay ready to go out there and contribute and hopefully help us win ball games? And he did that tonight.
Evan Barnes.
Taylor, you said you guys were trending in the right direction, but with a game like this, do you feel like the resiliency you guys have shown all season, this is another example of it as you guys needed during these final 8 games?
Yeah, I think, two of the biggest takeaways is definitely the resiliency. Like I said, the game got sideways there in that third quarter. They went on a heck of a run. They had an unbelievable offensive night, similar to the other night against the Knicks. I thought we were doing everything we could, one-on-one, coverage-wise, rotations, and tonight's another example of a team hitting a lot of really tough shots against us. Edwards took a lot of tough shots. Give him a lot of credit. I mean, he's growing and becoming a really good player. But our guys just resiliency to stick through that. But knowing that, are we doing everything from the start of the game to the end of the game, habits-wise, to put ourselves in a position to win a ball game? We definitely got areas to get better. A couple of breakdowns, getting to the next play, our mentality. That's what I talked about. I thought in that third quarter, we kind of lost our ability to get from one play to the next. But then when we locked in at the end of the quarter, in that fourth quarter, you see a difference. And give them credit. They played really well, made a lot of tough shots, played really good on the offensive end, but we were able to sustain just, really good habits and get the stops that we needed to and the execution we needed to at critical points.
Drew Hill.
Taylor, Ja Morant made a comment on TNT yesterday about, being a top 5 point guard in the league. What does it say about him that he can talk it and he can also back it up on the floor?
Yeah, I mean, you got to have that confidence in this league. And, we've said since day one, he's got an unbelievably bright future. He sets lofty goals, not just for himself, but for his team. And then, he's putting in the work. And I know he's going to continue to put in more work to get to those lofty goals and help push his team to the next level and push himself to the next level. But that's how he's built, that confidence. And then for him to go out there and have a performance like that, that's great. But then obviously, I know him and us, we're just going to keep pushing him to continue to find that consistency and hold him to that standard night in and night out. So when he comes with that aggression and that mentality, that's a great tone setter for the Grizzlies.
Thanks, Coach.
Great. Thank you, everyone.